Before I begin the reasoning for making this video, I just wanted to let you know that there is an easier method in replacing your lens, and that's just replacing this entire part in general. You can buy the whole CD drive part for just basically close to $20 on Amazon. At least I was able to. This whole piece is basically for sale, and so you can simply disconnect the ribbon cable, the motor cable, the screw back there, lift this thing off, and put in this piece in. The only thing this piece is missing is this shield around it, but you can just simply transfer that to that one. And yeah, that's I personally consider that a much better alternative than just changing the lens, and easier and cheaper because the lens alone is like $40. So why buy the lens alone when you can just buy the whole piece itself? So that's one option in doing this. Oh, and before anybody asks, if you were to purchase this whole CD body already assembled like this, you still have to desolder the little solder blob that's normally located right here. I already went ahead and desoldered it for this one, but it's going to be normally a little solder blob, and you want to desolder it, just simply slide it across to turn it back into two solder spots. I explained this a little more thoroughly later on in this video, so don't worry about that, but I just want you to keep in mind that. Okay. Hey guys, this is a quick video and showing how to change the optical lens on your SEGA JVC X'Eye. As you can see, I already have my drive from my system completely removed. Doing so is very easy. I made a whole video on how to completely disassemble your JVC, so just do the portion about removing this part and you'll be good to go. It's not hard at all, and just to make this video smaller, I'm not gonna go into length about it. But you know, it's just this connector, and then just the four little squares, and you just pull it out. Yeah. So what else? So yeah, I have my drive here. Here's a bad optical lens that needs replacing, and here's my replacement, which I got online for about $40. The JVC uses a, what do you call this thing? It uses a laser called JVC Optima 6 laser. And thankfully you're able to find these for not much online, and you know they're still common to be able to buy and save your unit to play Sega CD games on it. First things first, after you take out your drive completely, there's gonna be up here 3 screws that you can remove your Phillips head, so do that first. Okay, so once you got the cover here off, here you can see your, lens basically on the full, and over here you're gonna see like a little plastic thing that's holding this entire rod itself. So with a little screwdriver or something, you just wanna move it to the side, and you'll be able to remove this metal piece. You'll be able to pull it out from this way. Like so. So I push that plastic piece to the right. So this gives me access to remove this thing. Okay, so that rod is ready to come out. Once it comes out, there's nothing supporting this thing being held here. Also keep in mind that the plastic piece on the right of it is being rotated by that long gear in the middle. Once you fully remove that metal rod, you should be able to now lift this thing off. And there is your lens. Keep in mind when removing this where the ribbon cable is positioned. Okay, so that's my old defective lens, and here is my new one. I got this online. $37, about close to $40. The SEGA JVC X'Eye uses something called the JVC Optima 6 laser, which you can thankfully be able to find pretty easy online. So that's the piece itself. When you buy yours, make sure it has this piece. Otherwise, you're going to have to take it from your old one. And this thing, you can take it out. It's like there's like 4 clips holding onto it. And since mine already has it, it'll make this much easier. But yeah, after this, I just simply am going to remove the ribbon cable here, put it the way it is here, there, and just reverse my process. And that's how you do it. One big crucial thing you need to know before putting in your new optical lens inside your drive assembly is that when these companies ship these lenses by themselves like this, they tend to do this thing called anti-static solder points on them. And supposedly that's to secure them during shipping. So as you can see this blob over here, that is supposed to be desoldered when you receive it. So it'll look like this at the end. So yeah, if you don't do that, your new lens will not work properly. So make sure to desolder these 2 joints away from each other. All right, now that you know that, continue putting in your new lens. When you're putting back your optical lens into your drive assembly, make sure that the sides over here are in correctly. Okay, so here's my lens fully replaced. On the left side is the old one, and inside my drive is the new one. One thing to mention is that when you're putting in this in, you want to put it from above. When you put the new one in, the new optical lens, bring it from above. Don't do it from below. You'll have more you'll have more headaches doing that instead of just simply doing it from above. And always make sure that the gears are lining up with this piece here against that long gear on the side. And yeah, I just simply push the metal rod back in. Before I put this thing back in my console, you want to get some metal grease and just apply it on the sides there and here, and then with the gear just carefully move it left and up and down so it can just spread. This will help out the lens greatly. So yeah. One more thing. After you've installed your new lens and you're still having issues with your system reading the Sega CD games, there's one more thing you can do, and it's on the lens itself. I'm gonna use my old one as a demonstration. So do you see that yellow piece over here? If you look at it closer, it looks like a little plastic screw. So you are able to take a regular Phillips head screwdriver onto there, and you're able to adjust it. You can't really screw it out, but you're able to rotate it from a left to a right. And I don't understand this completely myself, but doing this is like adjusting it to a position where it'll actually be able to read the games just fine. So yeah, that's one last method you can do in case your Sega CD games aren't reading. It's just adjusting that little knob. That's what I would actually call it, a knob. So yeah, you just take one of these and just rotate it from left to right. And yeah, that's what I have to say for that. Okay guys, so after all that, I've went ahead and just put my CD drive fully back into my X'Eye. That is basically the whole process, and replacing your old lens with your new lens. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it made I hope it made you better understand your system a little more clearly. The whole lens swapping isn't really that complex as you can see, and as I mentioned earlier, there's even you can even buy the whole body here, and to just simply take this off and put that in instead of just the lens itself. But I can't promise this is going to fix your issue on why your Sega CD games aren't reading. There's other minor little troubleshoots that could fix the issue, but I just wanted to focus this video mainly on just the lens swapping. Um, that's all I have to say about that. I hope I've been able to help you in some questions you may have had regarding your troubleshooting this. I'm only one man. I'm trying to contribute myself in this kind of stuff because there's really not that many videos about it. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments. Try to answer them later. And yeah, I'll be trying to make another video regarding troubleshooting your Sega CD and other methods to help it get it running Sega CD games again. But as for this video, I hope you've been able to understand your system a little more. And as you can see, it's not that complex to change the lens. Do not give up on your X'Eye. It can read CD games again. It's just a matter of effort, time, and just simply troubleshooting all these little steps until you eventually come to conclusion. But alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you later.